Shared reading is an interactive reading experience that occurs when students join in or share the reading of a book or text while guided and supported by a teacher. The teacher explicitly models the skills of proficient readers, including reading with fluency and expression. Shared reading provides struggling readers with necessary support. The way you do it is you introduce the story by discussing the title, cover, author, illustrator. Ask the students to make predictions regarding what they think the story might be about. Read the story aloud to the students using appropriate inflection and tone. You can pause and ask the students to make predictions or ask brief questions to determine a student's comprehension level. You can conclude the reading by reserving time for reactions and comments. Ask questions about the story and relate the story to the students' similar experiences. Ask the children to retell the story in their own words. Then you reread the story and allow time for independent reading. The audience or appropriate age group is all ages of adolescent readers, but especially helps for second language learners or students of varying reading skills and younger learners. Some effective techniques for executing the activity is first read the entire thing to the student, and then the teacher reads with the student, pointing to each word as it is read. And students are asked to follow along with their eyes, and then when it's their turn, then read at their pace. You should read the text as naturally as possible, phrased and fluent, though you may choose to slow the pace just a little for the students when they join in. You model realistic reactions to the text and use appropriate voice intonation. The teacher may pause from time to time, again, to ask for predictions or to do corrections. During the reading, the teacher may ask students to confirm their predictions by asking, were you right or were you correct? This activity can take place anywhere that you can get a child to do a shared reading, such as a classroom, a library, after-school activity, or even a church. The purpose is that when you get children to read aloud, it helps them sound out words independently and teaches them what certain vowels and consonants sound like when placed together or separated. I believe that shared reading is important because it helps build students' confidence by reading out loud and being willing to make mistakes in front of their peers. They have the teacher there to help them when needed and allow them to succeed on their own. These are important components to help students become strong readers. Setting the stage right now, we are in a comfortable room and sitting cross-legged, and Marissa here is at a 4th grade reading level, and she chose for her leisure reading to read The Egypt Game. And this is a classic by Zilpha, Keatly, Snyder, and it won a Newbery honor. So we are going to start the reading of the chapter. It's in the middle of the book, called Summoned by the Mighty Ones. And if you'll catch us up real quick, Marissa, on what has happened so far.
So first, April moved from Hollywood to a different neighborhood. Then she met a little girl, Melanie. April thought that Melanie and her would have nothing in common, but turns out they both love Egypt. Well, they find this place to have a game called the Egypt Game. There, you can learn different things to do, and they make up games to do, like ceremonies and different stuff.
Great. Okay, well, we'll start. We'll switch off reading. Right up until a few days before the end of the month, it really looked as if Halloween was going to be completely wasted. Of course, there was going to be a program at school, and kids who wanted to could wear their costumes to afternoon classes, but only the little primary kids got very excited about that. The real fun of Halloween, trick-or-treating, and being allowed to tear around out of doors late at night was absolutely out. At least that was what all the parents in the neighborhood were saying all month long. Unless, of course, the murderer had been caught by then.
But as the days went on, but as day after day went by with nothing new in the papers, there seemed to be little hope for that. And then, with only 3 more days to go, suddenly there was good news. At a PTA meeting at Wilson School, a couple of really red-blooded mothers stood up and volunteered their husbands to take large groups of trick-or-treaters around the neighborhood. Before long, some other fathers got shamed or nagged into doing the same thing. And by the day before Halloween, nearly all the kids at Wilson School were signed up to go around trick-or-treating with some large chaperoned group.
So, why did the fathers have to be nagged into taking the children around trick-or-treating?
Because they probably didn't want to do it.
And because of the murder, right?
Yeah.
So, can you explain the murder? What the murderer do?
Well, there was this little girl who lived in the same neighborhood. They didn't really know her because she didn't go to Wilson School. So she probably went out and was playing and then went to go to the store and then a stranger came up to her. So then she probably did a favor for her and then somebody killed her.
Okay, so, and he hasn't been caught yet, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they don't want to be just going like normal because there's a murder on the loose. And so all the dads had to be nagged into taking the little kids. Okay, great. We'll continue with yeah, and that's actually time, so thanks for watching.